Discord. I hardly know her.
Ah, you did the
But
thing.
I don't know. Like
Wow.
Discord takes too long to load.
Oh,
Like on my computer.
It's because you have a bad computer.
just get a better
Oh,
one.
I'm already on my back foot, ready to punch back on that
Just
one.
get a better
I
one.
know. I know that was meant to aggravate me, and I'm still aggravated.
Aren't you like a PC boy? Just build a better one.
Doesn't seem that hard.
Yeah.
I bought a pre-build, and I defend it.
Oh.
I defend that decision.
Nope. I think we got to cut you from
I-
the podcast now. I thought you were a
Okay,
gamer.
okay.
I also have a pre-built, so
So, if you guys would read a book,
But I have a
realize
bookshelf. Two of them.
but
Can you read?
can't, have you guys ever been on Camel Camel Camel?
No.
So it's awesome. I recommend it. It's a website and it tracks. It's called camelcamelcamel.com.
So I've heard.
It tracks Amazon like items
Mhm.
and their prices. So like it finds trends and you can like favorite things. It'll let you know when it's like ridiculously cheap and like when it's actually on sale as opposed to when Amazon tells you it's on sale.
Huh.
And like yeah, it's sick. So like you could see like for as long as it's been on Amazon what the prices were and like where it was at what time. And I found my PC like at a dumb cheap price. Like it was like $1,800
Mhm.
and it went down to $7. And I'm like, holy fuck. And Camel 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 let me know. Like it
it
emailed
went
me.
down to $7 or $700.
I think it was 7
roughly
cents
700.
actually.
It was 7, give or take.
Dollars?
7.
Cents?
You keep
Seven.
saying the same words, but I don't.
Word? One single word.
And then I bought it. But if you didn't know this, I went to school for computer science and software engineering,
I don't think you did.
and
Ah,
people didn't like it. And I got judged heavy.
I don't know. I don't think you have to build your own computer to have a good computer.
yeah.
It's just like a rite of passage, I guess. Like,
Ah,
and I didn't do it.
I have a really good one just sitting in my basement. I only ever use it for sim racing. It's a real shame because it's a very nice computer.
You ever use the charge magnets?
What's a magnet?
No, I don't. I'm allergic to magnets.
How do they work?
ICP with the appearance.
I mean, magnets are a pretty polarizing topic, so.
Ah.
Because they're magnets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do they work though? Like seriously.
So this camel site, I'm on it right now. You just go on it. Do you just like find stuff? Like you just look at stuff?
You
or,
post links. So like, for example,
like, can you
go
look
to
for something
Amazon
specific?
and
Okay.
take a link and you post it in or paste, not
Okay.
post.
And then it just tells you.
Yeah, it lets you know, and it also tells you like about third parties, like if there's a third party selling it, like what that price is.
Interesting.
What do I want from Amazon? Somebody give me something that I want.
You want a TV screen?
TV screen?
Yeah, some people call them TVs.
Well,
Okay.
apparently the first popular product
I
is
was like,
a
what is
radar.
that? What is this? You want a TV screen?
Hey, are any of you in the market for a 18-inch radar dome? Because apparently that's the top deal right now on Camel.
Okay, so I searched
Only
it on
$1,400.
Camel.
Yeah, so
It tells
paste-
me the Amazon price.
yeah, and it should show like a graph too, like of what
It does. It does show a graph. You're right. And then I go to, we'll send an email to when the Amazon price drops to a certain amount.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't been on there in a little while because
Oh.
it's pretty fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie. So
So
like,
actually, this
if you're-
TV that I searched is the lowest it has been ever. So,
and you're gonna share that link, right?
yeah, do you want it? It's a Crystal UHD Samsung 55 inch. You actually should buy it because your TV is the worst thing I've ever looked at.
So I text Mark yesterday and I'm like, there's a Red Dead update, and I'm like excited, and he's like, what's in it? And I said, so my TV does this thing that's like, it's broken obviously,
Mhm.
but
So
like,
you know when you turn a TV on and you have to charge it up a little bit to get it going for
Yeah.
about an hour?
I usually have like a hand crank next to it that really gets it going after a bit.
so there's like this big black splotch in the middle, and it doesn't go away, and like it makes the TV like unusable, but it after a while, it just stops and goes back to being a normal 55-inch TV that's mounted on my wall. And I'm just like, so like, it works. I just gotta like let it warm up. So I boot up Red Dead yesterday, and I see the online like update, like there's an update coming July 28th, and I'm like, oh sick, there's an update coming, because I could read that much, but the rest was like destroyed by the TV display. And so I had no idea what was in it, and I text Mark, I'm like, there's a Red Dead update. He's like, cool, what's in it? And I'm like, I send him a picture of my TV. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm waiting to find out.
You really need to get a new TV, man.
Because it was like, I saw all the words, but they didn't like connect because my TV was fucking them up.
Like, how big is your current television?
55.
Okay, so that link I sent you is 55. You can spend $500 and get a 4K TV with a Alexa built in. I didn't want to activate mine.
Oh, the
time.
Is it the Samsung? I think I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. So you can get that mic, and you'd never even have to worry about that anymore. You could just stop having an awful television.
I think about that a lot. Like, I totally could just get a TV that works.
Hey,
but I'm so
Mike,
fucking lazy.
Hear me out. You can get
like,
a 50-inch 4K for only $289. You know.
So
yeah, that's lame though. Doesn't have Alexa built in.
What about a 65-inch TV?
Whoa, bump that up 4 more inches and I'm sold.
When Tom and I put up my
68.
TV now,
Sex number. Oh.
we put in the mounts, like drill it into the wall and everything, and then we put the TV up, but we forgot to plug it in, and like the plug is in the back of the TV. You can't just like reach behind the mount and like put it in. You have to plug it in first and then put it up. So we put it up, literally no problem. Like just clean.
It's
right
not
up,
that difficult.
right on the racks. First time. You just need 2 people to lift like a bigger TV from each side, and it locked right in. So we had to take it down to plug it in. And Tom and I spent probably 2.5 hours trying to put it back up again after we plugged it in. Like, we couldn't fucking figure it out. And I'm a cripple, which doesn't like make it easier to lift stuff and like carefully move it. But I remember like it was like weirdly frustrating because we just fucking did it perfectly without incident at all. And it was absolutely fucking ridiculous. So this TV has some memories.
Like, do you have $3,180?
Yeah, probably.
You should get this 82-inch 4K screen, dude. This thing is top tier.
I'm not even.
Could you imagine playing Red Dead with 82 inches of television to look at?
You gotta stop. You're gonna sell me on this thing.
It's 82
How
inches.
is that selling you, but not you looking at a broken TV?
4K?
I'm really lazy, but when you bring Red Dead into the mix, everything changes.
And it works with your Echo. So you don't even have to use a controller or a remote. You just put it on your wall and then tell it to turn on. Did I get you?
Hey, Mike, hear me out. Why don't you buy a 98-inch 8K TV for at the low price of $55,000?
55,000, dude. Mine's only 3,100. That's such a steal.
I could buy 2 of Mark's TVs.
All right, hold on.
For 55,000?
Hold on, hear me out. 118-inch, $34,000.
Dude, I don't know how big you think my walls are.
The 118 is cheaper than the smaller
Oh my
one?
god.
Yeah,
Mark,
but the small one's
Projector.
8K.
Yes. Literally. No. I'm thinking. So not only projector. Do you know where my wall, like my flags are right now?
Yeah.
How perfect would that be?
Well, it'd be kind of weird because you'd be looking up at the ceiling, but
That's why I got a couch.
just put it on the ceiling.
Whoa.
No, my ceiling slants. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And you just
You
dangle
think?
the chair up at the ceiling.
This is why you get a beanbag chair.
Or
right?
you just, I don't know, use a
Alright.
television.
No, Mike, we'll table this one. I'll come over and we'll sort it out. Don't worry about this one right now.
I have a projector. It's just
We'll work
like,
out the logistics later.
Yeah.
It's like before. Like, Mark, we used my projector, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like before HDMI's were invented. So like it's got the
Good times.
red, white, yellow.
Would you say projectors are worth it? Like, I know. Our
Oh
one
yes,
friend Jared
absolutely.
has one. Like, sitting.
Projectors are
Like, he
amazing.
uses his to play video games and stuff,
No,
which is
it's
sick.
broke.
It depends on the room you have, I guess.
Also, you got to change the light bulb like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Those are probably not that expensive, right? I'm looking at projectors and they're like
Annoyingly expensive.
130 bucks.
Also, no, you cannot, absolutely not cheap out on a projector. If you're gonna get one, you gotta
You got
spend.
like a good one? Like
Yeah, you
this
gotta
one?
spend like $400 or $500 at least.
This one is 4K support.
Yeah,
It's-
but you'd have to like put it like right in front of the wall. Like
230 bucks.
if you want one to act like a TV screen, you guys pay big bucks.
Hmm. Let me see if I can sort by like highest rated.
Well, when you get
Yes.
one, they're filthy sick.
Filthy sick.
If you just geez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
New Panasonic PT DZ2 1KU 20K 20K projector.
Dude, at what
No
point do you just
lens.
take all that shit out of the item name?
Nobody
cares.
$43,000.
Yeah, but it's not like $55,000. So I mean, like, it's kind of cheap.
Sony 4K HDR laser home theater video projector, $34,000. Oh, it's got prime shipping though. You can get it by Tuesday the 4th.
I mean, you had me at laser.
It's
So,
just
I mean,
not prime shipping. I searched it by most expensive, and there's like sponsored ads that they slide in. So it's like 230 bucks, 22,000, because Amazon's a sellout.
what's the most expensive laser I can buy?
Laser?
You had me at laser, so I'm just curious.
Can you get those military grade lasers on Amazon?
So my sister came back.
It looks
From-
like yes.
Oh,
My sister came back from Europe
Yeah.
on a trip in high school, and she brought me a laser
Wait,
pointer that's
how?
illegal in the U.S.
yeah, hell yeah. That's what
And-
I was looking for.
It was sick. Like, I don't think you can like a laser pointer is a laser pointer. Like that's just
Yeah.
they're all just laser pointers. But holy fucking hell! Like, I would shine it in the sky and I would hit the clouds. Like,
Check out that
I'm
thing I
not.
just linked you guys.
I'm not even lying to you. I shined it at the sky like one time, and like at night, and I saw it in the clouds. Like, it was crazy. So like, you ever wonder like why?
Oh my
like,
God.
high power laser.
Can you get more
pointers are
tactical
illegal?
than that?
I don't know, man.
I don't even need just put
No,
a knife
Mike,
on the
that's the
bottom
one
of
I'm
that.
looking for, though. Is I'm looking for one that I can get in trouble for shining at airplanes, you know?
Yeah. That it was green too. Holy shit, dude! That it feels like. I mean, obviously minus the camera, but it was like the same thing. And it was like fatter. Like it wasn't
Wait,
like a
camera? That's a rifle scope.
Here, check this one out.
That's why I linked it, because I was like, oh my god.
Did you ever wonder if I was stupid because
Yes.
All the time,
Well,
yeah.
only when I first met you.
It's a persistent kind of feeling.
yeah, so there it
Red
is.
night vision. How much? Oh my god, these are $8,000? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you can see up to 800 meters and it has a laser on it.
One of those on my hockey stick.
800 meters, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how long that is, I'll be honest, because I'm stupid.
How many burgers is that?
How many football fields?
It's a boyga.
Boyga.
It's a boyga.
Oh, that'll be an easy 2,624 feet. How long is it? Or 2,624 feet.
This is McDonald's. You gotta be more Pacific.
Hey. Alright. Let's change foot.
Do you guys want to start talking about Halo now? Because
I
feel
do.
like
I really, really do.
I gotta get into this Halo trailer, okay?
Oh, it's not even a full mile week.
I got thoughts.
I have how many?
Okay, can we start off? I'll start because my thoughts aren't as clearly won't be as fleshed out because I didn't pay that much attention.
I have a notebook.
Yeah, I don't.
I
So-
have this whistle.
When I was
reverberating sound cue.
when I started watching it, I was like, "Is this 2005?" Like those graphics were absolutely
Yeah, so what's up with that? Like,
yeah, those were terrible. Like
All right.
really,
it's
really,
just,
really
like, their
bad.
version, like, did they just only show us an unfinished version of the game?
All right. So there's some debate on that. One, the stream itself was really bad, so I don't know if you watch it during that. but that
I
was
watched it on YouTube.
No,
Yeah.
I was on YouTube.
I know, but like the initial like live stream on YouTube of the presentation was awful.
It didn't seem like I know I'm interrupting you when you're probably going to say something that will explain everything, but I'm still going to interrupt you. It didn't seem like it was like a bad quality like video.
Mhm.
It seemed like it was a bad quality. Like the cutscene itself seemed poorly made. Like the whole thing, like I think like there's a point where he puts his finger up like to yell at Master Chief,
Mhm.
and it was like the worst rendered thing ever. Like there was no fluid motion. It was just like hand on his lap and hand in the air. And I'm like,
Yeah, that
oh,
I think
cool.
that comes from the YouTube video itself.
Maybe okay,
They re-uploaded
I'll
it,
admit-
and it is
I'll
a
accept
little
that.
better.
But I don't know. I just literally felt like I was watching Assassin's Creed 2. Like it just
It looked really old.
Yeah.
It looked so bad.
Um,
How about the
What-
grappling hook?
let's
I want-
stay on graphics first, and then
Okay,
because that's a
okay,
pretty
sorry.
big one.
Like I didn't look up a single review either. I literally just not even 2 hours ago booted up the YouTube video, and that's all I saw. Like I didn't look at anyone else's what they saw. So that was just my native thought.
All right. I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I need a preface because I'm gonna bitch a lot about this. That I am still excited about this game, and I realize it's not out yet, so a lot can change. Even though we only have like 3
Is this
months.
just about graphics, or is this going deep?
So I'm gonna start with graphics.
Okay, I was gonna say, just as a general like coverall,
Mhm.
I thought the trailer came around really well, and the gameplay looked sick.
All
Looked sick. Okay.
I agree with that.
Uh,
All right.
I'm gonna
Tyler,
post pictures as well to kind of illustrate my point.
please.
You could just put them on your screen. I'm watching the stream. I don't know what Mike is, but
Oh, I am not. I'm looking at
Um,
laser pointers on Amazon.
Let's see if this will work. So I'm gonna post a couple all at once and just see what
Dude,
happens.
am I still not following our fucking channel?
What the fuck, man?
I'm not. I'm literally not.
the facial expressions in the pilot are really cool. I think this like cutscene graphics look okay.
Yeah, once
Maybe
it
I'm not looking
transitions
at the right stuff.
to gameplay,
Oh no,
it's
I
rough.
thought the cutscene graphics were like cancer.
So,
They look pretty good to me, in my opinion. But
all right, yeah, let's just go here. All right, so this first image I'm going to show right now is a direct comparison between Reach and Infinite. Infinite's on top and Reach is on bottom.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So my
Dude.
main issue with what was presented was that literally everything in Infinite just looks completely flat. Like if you look on the assault rifle between the two, the Infinite assault rifle looks like, I don't know, a Lego model. Like there's no scratches, there's no like definition. It looks unrendered. Same with the Elite and his armor. It's all just a single flat color, and in my mind that's incredibly boring and not next gen.
So I will counter with yes. You are absolutely correct.
All right.
well, that's not a counter.
No, I'm not done.
Yeah, I was
I'm not
expecting
done.
like a debate.
Agree with
Just
it.
Okay, I will
It
counter
doesn't
with.
counter your point. I agree.
I will
Okay.
counter with. Yes, you're right, but that's what I like about it. Like I don't know. Like it's just like it's like
I have a counterpoint to that too.
okay.
it's like how I wanted it almost. Like
Wait, really?
So last podcast, like I was bitching so hard about or the one before, I can't remember, but like how Halo was just like different than I remember it, and I was going old man rant. Like
Okay.
I just wanted it to be like how it was, and like somehow the lack of detail is like appealing to me. Like obviously as critically and analytically, like no, yeah, I mean like that's just wrong.
Okay.
But it's somewhere in my brain. It just strikes me as right. Like okay, good,
Interesting.
we're back on the rails here. Like that's just how my brain thought of it.
My counterpoint is that that's just how the gun looks. Like that's the assault rifle is just flat. Like it doesn't normally have that much definition to it because that's all it is. It's just a black gun.
So Mark, the assault rifle changed a lot in the Reach. There's a lot of controversy about how the assault rifle looked in Reach. So like looking like that again is gonna like rehash that because in 1, 2, and 3, it had like a definite like flat, like weird look, and then in Reach, it just kind of wasn't.
Yeah, but I mean, even in 3, I'm trying to pull up a gameplay and not just like a.
I'm
3D
watching
render.
the trailer right now too as we go. By the way.
Okay.
Also, I will say this that neither of you will care about because I don't think you guys like cars as much as I do. But the Warthog sounded amazing.
Dude, I loved it. I loved the look of the Warthog. I actually thought it was really cool and like how it drove.
It looked great and it sounded amazing. Like there's like a thing with cars that you can get that when you kind of like downshift or if you gas, if you accelerate and then you take your foot off the gas, like high quality engines will like crackle. And the Warthog does that. It sounds amazing and I love that.
Also, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Halo Infinite looks like shit. Like the actual. Oh, I like that picture actually. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you have 1, 3, Halo 1 remastered, then Reach 4 and 5.
Oh, wait, can you go down the list again? I'm sorry.
It goes from the top. It goes from Halo 1, Halo 3, 1 remastered, I believe, then Reach 4 and 5.
The Reach one. I don't know about the Reach one, man.
From that angle, it is a little weird.
Yeah, that's so wonky.
I like it better like in the first person on the other picture over here, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Even in first person, it looks like tall. Like I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I forget where I was going.
Sorry, I just found the picture and like this
No,
kind of explains my point.
What did you say? I lost where I was.
He's talking about cars downshifting, the sound difference.
Oh. So like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking at the two pictures like of the elites that you have showing, and Halo Reach just looks better. Like not in like artistically, probably also artistically, but like just look at the two. Like, which one would you actually think is the newer game if you didn't actually know?
And that, again, we have to like preface this by saying Reach is already out. Infinite is still in development. I know, and Infinite is still.
Infinite might not. That might have just been like beta. Like that was a demo. That was a demo.
Apparently the
game.
The demo that was shown was meant for E3, and E3, if it did happen, would have happened like 3 months ago.
Yeah,
and it has been said that it was an earlier build, so we can like give them a little,
I'm presuming that it's gonna be better looking.
However, with Mike, there is a very distinct difference.
Yeah, like artistically, like I know it could change, and I'm not a video game developer, but like from what I understand about how it works, that's not how it works. Like,
also the thing is, like, I don't want to get super picky about graphics because that doesn't really affect how I play the games. Like,
it does.
It's different for different people. Yeah,
I get immersed into games.
One fix that like someone on the Halo subreddit posted was just adding like a difference. So on the left here, this was in the trailer itself, and on the right was a subtle lighting difference, like making the blacks blacker, the greens a little greener, and just instantly that makes a huge difference in my opinion. Like, it looks a lot more defined. I don't know if you can
disagree.
Really? You prefer the one on the left?
Obviously, I can't like say, "Hey, you're wrong."
No, I'm curious to hear what you.
But so you know how Halo 4 looks stickery?
Yes.
Yeah, like everything looked like it was a sticker
or
on
plastic
a thing.
or something.
Yeah. That's kind of how, like, I feel like it just makes it like it's not obviously the one on the right doesn't look stickery, but like it makes it more like that. Like the one on the left looks more defined. Like I feel like I'm getting really, really, really.
See, Puddle says the one on the left looks better, and I was gonna ask you guys about this because I thought the one on the left looks really cool. Like
the one on the left looks
this
like
old armor style.
I feel like I could like touch it and feel it. Yeah, I mean, like it's like
really.
It feels more.
It's army green, basically. It's like matte army green.
The one on the right looks like.
I know how that feels.
Interesting.
Like almost like it's not real because it's probably in a universe that's not real.
Well, I mean, but I think my whole kind of headspace is I've always preferred Reach's like dirtier, grimier look. Like the world looks more lived in. So when I just see like these bright kind of colors, especially after what may or happened in the story, we don't know yet. It looks too clean.
That's the thing, is I agree with you. Like Reach had the best graphics that like there were in Halo, but I feel like the one on the left looks like the more Reach to me. Like,
Interesting.
yeah, like I can't explain. Obviously, there's no like objective points I can bring up that would describe my point. But like, the one on the left feels like Reach. The one on the right doesn't. It feels like Halo 4 more because it's I don't know. It just feels stickery.
Interesting.
Do you want to open up that next picture you have, Tyler? Because it looks like that's a graphics thing too.
These are all graphics.
And I know Tyler and I can go into way too much stupid detail on Halo because like we read the books and shit.
Yeah, but the thing that stuck out to me most was, one, Phantoms are icky, but you have these like Minecraft looking like hexagonal pillars. Here's a better one.
So whatever I'm looking at isn't it, I don't think.
Like the top is Infinite, bottom is Reach again, but like
Okay.
it's
Oh
these
God.
blocky things that just look hideous. I don't know what it is, but like
It looks like you're just adding shapes to other shapes, and then like that. The Reach one on the bottom looks like it was created. Like it's like
right.
it looks like a thing. Hey, City Skylines.
I don't. No.
Yeah, I wonder if that's. I wonder about that, Tyler. That's a good point that you just brought up because I'm watching the trailer now, and it looks like it's supposed to be a building, but a lot of the other stuff also looks like just Earth and not building.
Yeah. There was,
the building in the background looks like a bar graph.
Yeah. I mean.
I'm talking about the Phantom though.
Oh. Yeah.
Like the Phantom looks so natural on the Reach bottom version, but on the top it's just like you just put stuff on stuff and now it's in the air.
Yeah, so in the trailer he goes up into like a building that's like that kind of like staggery. I don't know what to call that.
The pillar things.
Polygonal.
Yeah. There was this one shot that kind of showed like the whole. Shit, I can't find it.
Was that the dude's face?
I don't know, like the.
Did you like that gun at least? Sorry, I'm jumping around. Keep going.
Wait.
That basically DMR that they just took off the scope and put like a hollow sight on it,
and made it like
or a red dot.
Also, look at the Halo rings in the back.
Oh yeah. This is from the official Steam page, because hey, Infinite's gonna be on Steam, which is fucking crazy. But we got this image here that's on the official Steam page. Like you can kind of see the.
Oh, I like that more. I like that so much more.
Yeah, like the edges. It looks like the edges of.
Just look at the rings. Like Tyler, can you pull back to the other picture, like the top one?
Just move the Steam page, the Steam window.
Shit.
Look at that ring in the top picture.
Yeah.
And then look at the one you just pulled up. Like the difference is ridiculous.
As in better or worse?
So the one you pulled up is so much better. Like so right now, what I'm looking at.
I can pull it up. What the fuck? Where'd it go? There it is.
In the top picture, it's just like. It's so just like it's a color like on a screen and that's it. And this one, it's like defined. Like you can tell.
Yeah, there's not a lot of definition.
Yeah, you can tell it's a Halo ring. Like it's a planet. Like in the Steam picture. Like there's so much to it.
I think just my general kind of, I don't want it. I mean, it's distaste, but maybe reservations is better. It's just that like everything looks unfinished. Like this looks like an alpha build.
Yeah,
there's just no textures anywhere.
I think it is, honestly.
I hope it is, but like this was, supposed to be the main E3, demo, and it just looks.
So, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of what I started the trailer like, oh my god, this looks terrible. Like, I hate this, and I finished it with like seeing the gameplay and stuff, and the way the gameplay, it just like took me back to Halo 3, like. All the problems with it, I guess, or the untouched, unfinished definitions, it brought me to like Halo 3 again, and I'm like, I got excited almost because it was bad.
I feel it.
Because like it brought me back. Like I'm like, okay, we made a lot of missteps since 343 started. Like there's a lot of things I disagree with, and I still love Halo, but
right.
bringing it back to this unfinished, untasteful, distasteful is the word, place. I don't know. Like, it like undoes a lot of what 343 did, and it's like, okay, maybe we can start this up again.
Maybe.
Because I actually had the thought after Halo 5, like, okay, let's stop. Like, just end the series so I can remember it happy.
Right.
And won't ruin it anymore. And now I'm kind of back on the, like, after seeing this, I'm like, okay, we can do this again.
So, do you want to keep talking about graphics, or do you want to kind of
shift
more to, like, gameplay? Let's leave story towards
graphics?
the end.
Are we done with graphics, is my question.
Maybe.
Does anybody have any outstanding thoughts? Because I feel like I very much explained.
I'd like to bring up the map.
Before we do that,
You guys
there's
see
kind
the
of a...
map?
Yeah. It's like...
I like that.
Wait, is it
that
an open
map
world?
system?
Or...
No, menu map.
Yeah.
Like how you set checkpoints and stuff.
Hmm.
They made it like
ODST.
like what's that called? Like multi-plane, where you can like move it up and down
Like-
and change
like
the
Doom.
elevation and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Doom map. New Doom.
Yeah, so you can like see the different elevations and like different stuff like that, and I really like that. It looks really cool to me.
Tyler, you made a good point about ODST. Do you want to keep going on that?
It's kind of a topic in of itself. How do you guys feel about Halo transitioning into an open world kind of game?
All for it.
I'm all for it. I love open world games.
So I know it's traditionally an arena shooter that like you just kind of walk in a linear path, but like when games become open world, you kind of really get to see how much effort was actually put into it. Like you get to really dig into the game, and that's part of I'm obsessed with Red Dead, and that's not a secret.
Right.
That's part of like what I love. Like I like to find every crevice of the game, like and just really get into every corner. So having Halo get open world, I feel like I can like explore it more and like find out more about it. And if they, I like part of me wants to like investigate, like did they do it right? Is this something that I can appreciate?
Mm-hmm.
So like them doing that makes me want to figure that out, I guess. So it could be total like a dumpster fire, and I start exploring. I'm like, wow, this is all garbage. But
So, my biggest reservation about Halo going to open world isn't from Halo itself, but it's from Mass Effect Andromeda, because and I'm scared for like kind of similar reasons I had when I heard that was going open world. Mass Effect typically had very focused like combat missions, right? Like the designers knew which way the player was going to go, so they could put enemies around that because you couldn't go anywhere else, right? Halo's kind of the same. You had corridors, you had not open world, but you had open sections, but there's only like a couple ways to go from point A to point B. The problem with open world is that a player can hit interactions from like hundreds, if not thousands, of different approaches, and it's really hard to plan around that, right? So my biggest fear is that everything will kind of become generic. Like they'll have missions be, all right, you got to do, I don't know, destroy these AA towers, but each one's going to feel the same. And there's going to be slight variations, but maybe not anything too different because they can't plan around what the player's going to do.
So doesn't that like speak to the quality of the game though? Like if they haven't planned, because like again, I'm bringing it back to Red Dead because that's all I do. Like there is a reaction and an event and a thing for everything you do. Like that's why I'm so impressed with that game. It's like you can't trick the game every time. Like I've played it 4 times now. And it's not like it's a short game you could just play.
It's a couple hours at least.
It's like a month event if you're serious about it. And I've played it a lot, and every time I play it, there's more things because I do things purposely different because I want to know how it would have gone otherwise.
Right.
And I purposely take it from a new angle every time, and it always accounts for that. And like, I'm not saying every game should be held to that standard because that's fucking crazy.
Right.
But it just really, really, really shows you how good of a game, like how much detail was actually put into it. And I want to see what Halo comes up with. Like, I want to see what they think of, what they do. And I'm really curious because I'm almost 100% positive it's not going to be to the detail that I want, but I still want to hold them there. Like, I'm expecting disappointment, but I want to see it for myself.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? I think they could do a really good kind of compromise where it's not strictly open world. They do an ODST kind of thing where you'll have an overworld that is open world to a degree, but then the missions themselves are a little more structured and they can kind of hit a nice
And like,
balance.
you can hit them like out of line if you wanted to.
Yes.
Like there's, yeah, okay, that's perfect. Honestly, I'd love that.
Yeah, if they do something like that, I'd feel a lot more. I'd feel less hesitant about it, you know, because I'm replaying through Andromeda right now because I hate myself.
Why?
Apparently, I'm actually gonna do a fun stream about that. I'll tell you guys later about, but and I'm just seeing a lot of mistakes that transitioning to an open world game from like very strictly structured games. I'm seeing a lot of ways you can just kind of fall to the wayside. I don't know, man. It's a very delicate balance to hit, and I'm not sure 343 can hit it.
Yeah, they've struggled, but also I kind of want to reroute to a point you brought about with
Sure.
Halo. You mentioned Halo ODST, and can we acknowledge that besides some of the obvious errors in ODST, that was an amazing game,
Oh, yeah.
and it was not about Spartans. And
Correct.
so, like, obviously there was some weird like canon and lore issues with you running around with machine guns.
Oh yeah, being able to rip
the
off
amount-
turrets and shit.
Yeah, the turrets that you can run around with at ridiculous speeds and stuff. But like, and like, you know, armor recharging.
Being
but
able to punch brutes to death even though they're 10 feet
Yeah.
tall. But it's whatever, it's fine.
yeah, like there was like some details where you're like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Right.
But can we acknowledge that game like opened up Halo a lot?
Oh yeah.
And that they were like acknowledging that ODST, like a little bit of the lore, and I have been screaming from any mountaintop and to anybody who will listen that I want Halo Harvest or Halo anything that's not Spartans again, because I really, really, really think like you can change the whole dynamic. I don't care about armor. I don't care about anything. I just want like a Halo game that opens you up a little past Master Chief and your cool armor and Cortana. Yeah, I mean, like, I just want to open up that book a little bit.
Oh, I've wanted a more
Halo
serious.
Harvest, I think that would be perfect. Like, I keep saying it.
I've wanted a Halo game where you play as a Marine or just some guy
That's what I
since
mean.
before Halo 3 came out.
I want to play as Jenkins. I really do. Like,
Do you though? He becomes a kind of a flood guy. It seems
yeah,
miserable.
but that doesn't happen on Harvest. Like, I want that Marine perspective, and I want the Covenant to be like scaled proportionately, so that like kind of like
threat.
you know, yeah, you know, you know how in Alien Isolation you like avoid the alien.
Yeah, because they can kill him
want,
like one hit.
Yeah, I want like that perspective. Like I can fight this thing, but I would really rather not.
Right.
Like that's what I want. I don't want like the okay, I'm just gonna start crack your knuckles and just murder everything kind of fight. I think it'd be really neat. I don't know. Like that's why I cry for it so much.
Yeah, I want the enemies to be, one, threatening, but fun to fight, and
Well, you get off the difficulty, but still.
I mean, yeah, but in 5 you do that, you can tell they just cheat instead of actually.
I immediately will just I like disregard 5 as being brought into the argument, if that makes sense. I don't know, like I hate 5 so much. I just don't even want to hear about it. But like I mean,
I used to. I'm just. I don't care.
Halo
anymore.
2 like snipers. I mean that always
yeah.
do.
But Halo 2 was made in like 6 months, so I mean.
And it's incredible.
Yeah, it's great. Hey, Mark, I
decided,
haven't heard
by the
from
way-
you in a while.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got really, really, really off the rails there.
Nah, is Mark even here anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got anything to throw in? Fair enough.
I'm thinking.
All right.
No, I don't think I do.
Do you want to talk about weapons?
Weapons.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of that big red thingy? Well, pew, pew, pew. I don't know what it was called. I forget.
Was it the grenade launcher kind or the rocket launcher kind of
Yeah,
thing?
it was like it was like a rifle, but it shot like those four
Red plasma
red.
things.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Mike, what did you think of the shotgun? I know you're a big shotgun guy.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about that too.
Okay. So I'm gonna start before talking about Halo Infinite. I'm gonna go through the history of Halo shotguns.
Go ahead.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Halo 3's. I know Halo 3 is like it is my favorite Halo game, but that shotgun was brutal.
It is the worst.
I despised it.
I'm doing a legendary run now, and I want to shoot myself in real life trying to use that thing.
Yeah, just turn that thing around. Bring Nirvana back, and
Unless you put the barrel inside their mouth, you're not going to do any damage.
that thing was brutal. It's literally just like a spray paint or a spray canister, but
It's just a bubble gun, you know. It just shoots
and
bubbles.
actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Reach was worse.
Yeah, it was, but it was literally made just for the infection game type. But
Yeah, and then 4, I'm conflicted on because 4, it's so weird, but it's like weird that I like it. Like
design-wise, I hate it. Gameplay-wise, I love it.
Oh, it's like the infection gameplay in 4 is one of my favorite game modes, but the 4 shotgun, like I don't know, like it's so stupid, but I love it. Like
It's a weird angular tube. But
Yeah,
it sounds and feels good to fire.
I can't like it's in my main loadout in every game. Like, or no, it's not. It's you can't put it in your loadout. You got to get it in a work quest or whatever. But still,
If you get
like,
the chance to pick it up, you do.
Yeah, it's in my everything. Like if I can get it, I absolutely put it in that conversation. And I know it looks dumb and like indescribable, but and not like a shotgun in any description. But it's like my favorite, and I don't know why.
No,
That's
I completely agree.
I'll say that I'm done with my shotgun history rant in Halo. Also, I have to look up the infinite shotgun to remember.
It's interesting. Oh, here's the Halo 4 shotgun. Just a weird tube.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, that one looked really weird.
But I mean, like using it, it felt so smooth. Like I don't know, like it felt so
really
good.
Yeah. It looked like they tried to make it a shotgun too, like futuristic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely. I can't.
It kind of looks like a Doom guy shotgun.
It
but,
really
like, not
does.
That's a good
like
point.
the new super shotgun in Doom.
Also, I don't know. Did you guys like Halo 4 Online as much as I did?
Yeah, I loved Halo 4 Online. That's like what I played the most online because I didn't really play Halo that much.
I know Halo 3 has like the nostalgia effect, and it was just probably a better game. In fact, it was. But Halo 4 Online, like I loved Halo Reach. Halo Reach is an amazingly better game than Halo 4, but Halo Reach Online wasn't the same for me. Like their custom games was better, but their like actual online lobby gameplay just wasn't the same. Like Halo 4 was just so fast paced. The maps were small and concise. The weapon placement was good, and I liked the loadouts. Like it just felt good and quick, and I could absolutely murder people because they were trash.
I think I was just so disappointed by having loadouts instead of just knowing where the weapons are on the maps that I just never really touched Halo 4 that much.
Rush snipe.
Online was.
Russian snipe.
Yeah, gotta rush B, man.
I'm not a sniper, so I never did that, but I know it. I know
Hey,
Halo Online.
if you know where the shotgun and the sword is, you're good.
Imagine what Halo would have been if they actually put it on PC way sooner than they actually did.
I mean, 1 and 2 were on PC forever, but
Halo 1, I think it's every senior in high school's rite of passage to put it on their high school's PCs.
that or CSGO, yeah.
Is
Or not
that
CS:GO,
not
but-
oddly true?
Yeah?
Like, we went to school in different states, and that happened.
Yeah,
Every senior.
it was always
has to
Halo
put it-
1 or Counter-Strike. Yeah.
Counter-Strike Source, yeah. It was crazy. Like, everybody I know who went to high school had that.
Doesn't everybody you know go to high school?
No, actually.
What? Get out of town. They at least went to high school.
Okay, that's
They
fair.
didn't have to finish it.
Right. But I don't know, like that's just like oddly true. It's just like people driving into Tim Hortons. It just happens everywhere.
It just happens when you sign a massive contract.
Okay, we all know Ryan O'Reilly famously drove into a Tim Hortons.
Yeah, we all know that, right,
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah, we all.
Yeah,
Who?
we're all aware of that
That's
one.
just the thing. Where there are Tim Hortons, there will be equally as many people who are willing to drive into them.
For me, it's Subway, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Even locally, I know 5
like
of them. Like
Barely
literally,
any Tim Hortons around and where Tyler is.
That's
So
true.
I know 5 Tim Hortons off the top of my hand. That
yeah,
they
it seems
drive
like
into.
at least 3 times a year somebody around here drives into a Tim Hortons
And then Ryan O'Reilly does it somewhere else too.
in
Gotta get them
Canada.
Timbits, man. Like,
It's nuts. It's so funny. I love hearing those stories. There was one recently, I think, a woman like just drove into one.
My cousin was in one when it got driven into. It's just like this.
gotta cut
oddly
that line, man. Like,
It's like an undeniable fact that nobody can explain. Like, why do people keep driving into Tim Hortons? It's perfect.
so, Mike, how do you feel about the Halo Infinite shotgun? You never answered that.
Oh yeah, I googled it. And I'm getting a lot of odd Google results. Can you post the picture? Because I actually,
I can try and look it up. I
yeah,
wasn't finding anything, but
Googling one doesn't help. And I really hope what I just found isn't it. Okay,
Dude,
that's
what
the
if
AR.
they call the Ralph Tim Hortons field?
I'm
That'd
for
be
it.
so
for
cool. Call it the Tim. No, you just call it Timmy's.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
I would like that very much.
I was like 1 foot in at first, and then you said that, and now I'm just going to Timmy's.
I'm going to Timmy's.
I'm going
Going
there at
to
8 a.m. and it's not
going to
to drink
Timmy's to
coffee.
watch the Bills.
It is not to drink coffee.
I went on the Buffalo News website to see if I could find news stories about
Wait, is that actually a thing before you start?
about what? Oh, the Tim Hortons thing. Well, that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm talking about it. I went on the Buffalo News to see if I could find stories about people crashing into Tim Hortons, and I searched Tim Hortons, and then it came up. It was like Bills fans have all the suggestions for a new name, and I was like, oh, Timmy's.
That would be perfect. Well, I mean, obviously they have a market here.
Yeah.
Because we got coupons in Ohio that said valid everywhere except Buffalo, New York. Which I didn't believe. Like, we were stealing. So what was it? It was, Ohio. It was there was like a punch card, and every 6 coffees you bought, you got a free one.
mm-hmm.
Yes,
And then I was stealing them because I remember being home recently for vacation. There was also punch cards, but it was 10, and I'm like, oh well, in Ohio there's 6, so I'm just gonna steal as many as I can and bring them back to Buffalo.
what a
And
steal.
I was telling that to Amanda, and I showed her like the 6 punch card thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's my plan. I'm just gonna steal as many of these as I can and bring them back to Buffalo. And then she's like, you're joking, right? And I'm like, no, that's my plan. And she's like, did you read the card? And there's this long description that's like, this is literally valid everywhere except in Buffalo, New York. And it was so specific, and I couldn't believe, like, I could not fucking believe my eyes after that. Like, she must have thought I was playing her the whole time. I could not believe that.
So funny.
Hey, Mike, I have a shotgun for you if you're ready.
Let's see it.
It's taken straight from the demo because I couldn't find a picture either. Let's play the sound as well. If it's not.
I see.
It's this drum mag.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Mauler. Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh no, you did.
Yeah,
I wanted
I
to
saw
ask
it.
about that too, because I really like that pistol.
I love the Mauler. Mauler's all for it.
It's not called the.
It's called the
Mauler. Let me see what
Mangler.
it's called. Yeah, and it's
Oh.
like the alien version of the pistol.
Wait, is it a brute weapon?
Yes.
Okay, it looks that makes
There.
sense.
It's like
Yeah.
it's a heavy pistol.
Okay, yeah, it's a brute
It's supposed to be
weapon.
like a alien deagle or something.
Yeah.
That explains why it looks so much like the Mauler. I like the shotgun. I don't love it. It's a little wonky, but it looks like it fires really well. The recoil looks nice, and it looks good. I like it.
My only issue is the sound, and
Mm.
it sounds kind
Didn't
of.
hear
It sounds a little weird. I agree with that.
It just.
That's what I wanted to bring up too, because it sounds like it's like a click. It's like a weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a shotgun.
It just looked fluent. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
like
It did. It did look fluent. I agree.
That's why I was for it.
Honestly,
but
all they need to do is just up the bass a little. I'll be fine with it. But right now, it just sounds kind of weak. I don't know.
I'll have to hear the sound, but that looked good, kind of. Like, not perfect.
Right.
Good.
Apparently, I read this somewhere. I can't remember where, or if I just imagined it. But the weapons that they showed in the demo, they aren't replacing, like, or at least I hope they're not replacing the the standard Halo weapons. They're just going to be in the sandbox as well. So apparently, you'll be able to find like the old Magnum, the old rocket launcher, the old shotgun, all that stuff.
Wait, I have a lot of questions about that. Like,
okay,
define old.
As in like Halo 1, 2,
Previous
3,
games.
4, and Reach,
like same graphics.
No,
same.
I mean, apparently they'll be updated to Infinite, but they'll be like the older models. So instead of having a shotgun with a drum mag, you'll have the standard. You know,
Like all the Halos, or just like the Master Chief Halos, or
wait.
well, I mean like ODST and Reach wasn't.
They might
like,
do a 5 thing where you'll have like each separate weapon from like you'll have the Halo 1 pistol, the Halo 2 pistol. You'll have different variants. They might do that, but all I remember reading is that you'll find older weapons.
Is it gonna be like scaled appropriately?
That's what they were in 5. So
really, so like
so you could pick up
the
the Halo 1
1
Magnum
pistol
and it
was-
would just destroy everything. Yeah,
jeez, the handheld sniper rifle.
yeah,
Jesus Christ, I didn't know that actually.
yeah. That was-
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
I
Christ.
I really gave up on Halo 5 really quickly, so I don't know a lot about it.
The multiplayer after a number of updates actually got pretty fun, but
I played it and I'm just like, no, I gotta stop before my blood pressure.
I liked it. You guys got mad at me when I played through it, and then I said
couldn't.
I liked it, and I was like, what?
Well, it's just like I think Tyler might sympathize with this. It's like there's so much reason that you don't like. I don't want to say like you don't understand, but
you
it's
get
like,
it, man.
No, that's what I mean.
There is so-
I shouldn't like it.
I have this
probably, if I
mountain of
understand.
evidence that you don't care about. I'm just
Yeah.
like, but look at all this.
I think it's just the lore. Like, I think you guys. I think
Yeah,
it,
well,
if
dug
the
too
lore,
deep.
like, would you guys like that game if the plot was like the holes weren't there?
absolutely not.
The very gaudy holes.
The
Like,
gameplay was my number one problem.
you just
like-
didn't like the mechanics or anything.
One, like I think I explained this last time, but like the ability to sight in Halo. I know that's such an easy thing, and I like games that do that.
Mhm.
But like it just trashed Halo for me because Halo is to me like as I understand it and grew up with it. I know it's not like inherently right or wrong. It's just this arena shooter, and when you started, when you like the guns you had to sight and like shoot them, it like ruined it, threw everything off for me. Like it didn't feel like Halo. It felt wrong. It felt grody, and I was immediately turned off. And I'm like, nope, I can't play this. Like, I know that sounds petty and not backed up, but it wasn't like that. That was like one of the things that differentiated Halo from everything else. Is just how it felt, and immediately as soon as that like mechanic came in, I was like, nope. And now I'm watching this Infinite trailer, and it's like back to how it was. And that's one of the biggest things that sold me back. I'm like, yes, now I can play Halo again.
See, for me, I can walk you directly through my thought process of playing Halo 5. At first, I really didn't like, being able to aim down the sights with an assault rifle. That just felt wrong to me. However, if the story was good, I can work through my issues with the gameplay. And when the story... do you want me to go into like a 4-hour fucking rant here? Because I will, but
I personally do.
I, for brevity's sake, I will say I had extreme distaste for shortness. I'll be quick. I had extreme distaste for how they handled the story, and when you add my kind of similar feelings to Mike about the gameplay itself, all the different new Spartan abilities, just the gunplay.
Okay.
It's just ruined the entire experience for me.
I can't begin to rant about the Spartan 4s, but
I was just talking about like clamber, ground pound,
I know
all that shit.
That reminded me like how cool they made the Spartan 4s look. Like that's just a whole
Power Rangers.
the power scaling there is just fucking ridiculous. But because Locke is human.
Yeah. He's just a guy.
I forgot where I was even going with.
I'm not sure what started this.
I just meant like Halo 4 like introduced the Spartan Force, and you're like, okay, they're ODSTs with fancy armor. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they were like Spartans in Halo 5, and you're like, no, like they're not the same at all. But the game just made them like put them on the same playing field, and you're like, I can't even begin to explain why they're not.
So
like
in 4, I think they were introduced pretty badly, but I like the idea of the Spartan 4s.
they're cool. Yeah.
They are just Spartans, but able to be mass produced, so they're not nearly as efficient as say like Spartan 2s or 3s, but they're still better than just ODSTs or Marines. I like that idea.
Wait,
yeah.
I'm asking like honestly, like I thought they were actually ODSTs with Spartan armor. Like, it's not Spartan armor, but like, you know what I mean.
From what I understand,
Spartan. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Because Spartan armor kills people.
Yeah, early models definitely did. That's why you needed the enhancements, just to be able to wear the armor.
That's what I mean. Like, that's why they're not Spartans.
I mean, in Halo 4, they were plastic.
Yeah, they wore fucking Nerf armor. Yeah, but Spartan 4s, they picked the best of the best from the normal military. They didn't give them, like, genetic enhancements. They didn't make their bones indestructible. They just gave them advanced training and advanced armor. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, so that's I thought ODSTs were just like, okay,
it's the best of the ODSTs.
Okay, I know it's not the same, but I always thought the ODSTs were like the best of the UNSC.
It's
like,
the top 1% of the top 1%.
Understood. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then in 5, they do stuff.
I just love to hate them, like the Spartan Force. I don't know, like...
there's a hard disconnect from, like, cutscene Spartan 4s and then gameplay Spartan 4s. Especially in 4.
Okay. Can we please talk about that Halo 5 cutscene? Where that dude, like, they, like, slide down that mountain.
Oh, you mean the opening cutscene to the game?
Yes! Yes! Like, never! That could never, ever, never, ever happen in the Halo universe. Like, no! Like, I remember looking at that, like, okay, that would be sick if that was, like, a YouTube video of, like, a person doing it.
If that was a red versus blue episode?
Yeah!
It kind of feels like one.
Mark literally nailed that. Like, that was perfect. Like, but... in the Halo universe, that's just so ridiculous. Like, I can't even begin to... like, I don't know, Tyler, maybe you feel differently, but holy shit. They killed, like, 10 elites in, like, 5 seconds.
I'm trying to pull up the cutscene now.
It was fucking crazy.
They don't call them elite for no reason.
Dude, elites are, like...
Alright, here it is.
Spartans look better. And these Spartans... these fake Spartans are just offing them, like, left and right. It's like, I words literally don't.
I think I have it right here.
Please show that. I haven't seen it in years, and I'd love to see it again.
Alright, let me...
But, like, so you don't understand, like, the difference between a Spartan 4 and a Spartan 3 versus a Spartan 2? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's a big jump every time. Okay,
Alright, you ready? Can I put sound on, or just...
No, I think the visuals will be fine.
Alright.
But, like, the jumping difference in Spartans is crazy. Like, 3s are not as strong as 2. Oh, God, this is... oh, my God, Bug was an ODST. Okay, sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I actually really forgot about that.
Okay, so they're flying through the air. Obviously, he's going faster because he put his hands behind his back.
Yeah, they're Power Rangers.
Dude, I'm gonna giggle this whole time.
I'm putting the sound on.
Jetpacks. And they're flying.
So some context, there's an elite civil war going on right
now.
now.
Check the comms. That's a good thing.
I turned sound on. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
I would double hear myself, and I probably wouldn't want that, but oh my God, I'm already loving this.
Weapons free.
What was that? Okay, what's that right there? Did they armor lock? What was that? Okay, that's 2 elites dead, just in a few seconds. He just punched! This is perfect.
They're like putting 2 shots into each person and they're dying.
Okay, you do not understand the Sangheili, like in Halo, like these. Dude, how many? Like, are we?
Fox literally just going around with a shotgun right now.
No, he doesn't have a shotgun. He has an AR.
Are we at
Fuck.
15 dead Sangheili here? Oh my god!
Oh, there's a Promethean.
Oh, I know he
just
does have a
kidding, he's
shotgun.
dead.
Yeah, so they're just Power Rangers, right?
How ridiculous is that? Like, as far as like, okay, Halo 5 is my first video game. I'm gonna play this and have fun.
All right,
This is
anyway.
the coolest. This is
This
the
is the
coolest
coolest
cutscene.
sequence
Yeah,
of events ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, Master Chief is a loser.
and I don't. And there's absolutely no blame to be had there. Like that just makes sense. You know, it's a cool cutscene. But if you're gonna flesh out a universe like you have Halo, like all the detail you've gone into, to like all the effort, and you're just gonna pull that shit, like I don't know. Like you have to explain yourself.
Hey, remember
Because-
when the elites were like the strongest warriors in the
Dude,
universe?
literally, like you could like in the books you can't even match up an elite or Sangheili or whatever the fuck you're gonna call it. You can't match them with a Spartan because it's like they cancel out. Like a Spartan 2 I'm talking about also. There's a very big distinction there. Like,
Oh yeah,
you
and,
can't.
and just remember, an elite is on average between 8 and 9 feet tall.
Yes, and they're just crazy strong. Like even an enhanced Spartan 2, which is the strongest Spartan there is on their own, like struggles to
You
fight.
can
And,
just barely match
like
them.
maybe it's a good fight like between the two of them. And then Spartan 3s are like powered down Spartans but supposed to be in teams. And then Spartan 4s aren't even Spartans, they're just people in armor. And they're just often elites left and right. I counted maybe 15 dead elites there.
And remember, the ones who carry swords in the battle have the strongest shields, and a pistol was taking them out in 2 shots.
Don't even get me started on elite ranking between the zealots and the normal class. Like, there is a rant within a rant there, but I like because the Sangheili gets stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But if I started down that road, I would get even more angry.
Mm-hmm. And they only go up in rank when they kill a certain amount of people. Like, so the top of the top are they're fucking strong. All right, they're good.
Ridiculous.
It's just good at the game.
And
The elites
Then
are
they-
playing with Game Shark. All right,
He's just
And-
good at the game.
they publish all that lore, and then they put out that.
Oh, I love a good lorgasm.
That's why I'm angry. That's why I hate Halo 5.
So
That's all? That's it?
No. I've already ranted enough about the rest.
So
No, you should. So,
is this a good time to kind of pivot towards story?
pivot.
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten angry enough, and I can only get angrier from here. Roland is cool. He's the only good part about
He
Halo
is
5.
one of the few, just always
is-
positive.
He is just what I like about Halo
He is
5.
best boy. All right.
He reminds me of what's the British guy from the video game that I'm forgetting?
British guy
Oh
from
my God.
video game. Gotcha.
Dude, I'm gonna explode. I cannot think of this game. What's the one where you kill a lot of Nazis?
That really doesn't narrow it down.
I
Are you talking
know.
about Wolfenstein?
Yes! Thank you, Wolfenstein 2.
I said it first.
No.
First.
Wolfenstein New Order. My bad. Wolfenstein New Order. The British pilot that you save or don't because it's a choice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you're
That's
talking
what Roland reminds me of.
about. Okay.
Probably because it's a British World War II guy. So it makes sense.
All right.
They also look a lot alike, so I mean, it's not a crazy divination there.
So I was just looking up brutes. How like
Also, I don't know that much about the lore. So you're gonna like be telling me.
All right.
I know the Banished, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's interesting because from the tiny bit of lore, quote unquote, we were given about the story of For Infinite in like the 2-minute cutscene or whatever, it feels like a reboot
Of
Halo.
Of
Halo. Infinite feels
Okay.
like a reboot for the series, or at least a soft reboot.
So it was my understanding, and this is going broader scope. Scope. That there was a trilogy of the Flood,
There
and
was.
it became a trilogy of the Prometheans and the Forerunners.
It was a Forerunner trilogy that, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought this was supposed to capitalize on the series. Am I wrong?
Kinda.
Okay. Like that was honest. I'm not like
It's
proclaiming anything.
I couldn't get through those books, I'll be honest. They're so dry.
The Promethean ones.
Yeah, by Greg Bear. Like they're
Okay,
they're great.
This
but,
again taking it back, but the Covenant were so well fleshed out.
Mhm.
Like every detail was just polished.
right.
Like every part of their species of what they liked. Like tell me the jackals weren't just like the coolest.
They were
like-
space pirates.
Exactly. Like
Rad.
obviously they weren't good or cool and you didn't like
How
them,
dare
but they
you.
were just like the perfect character
Right.
for the series. Like everything and the skirmisher, like it's everything. There's so much detail. It's crazy. And like then the Prometheans came up and everyone's just like, well, what's that? And then they're like, I don't know.
I mean, more than that, it was just the Covenant were fun to fight. There's so many different ways you can fight them,
You're right.
like just gameplay wise. But then when you get to the Prometheans, it's just they teleported in.
You're
alright.
specifically calling out grunts here.
What do you mean, like fun to fight or?
Yes, everyone loved fighting grunts.
Yeah, just a single headshot,
Not-
they're dead.
Not just because you're bashing heads, but because they were funny, they were interesting.
I mean that,
had-
but like,
They
even
had a cool dynamic. Like,
Right.
There was so much about the grunts. Like they had a purpose. You know what I mean? Like in the like everything just made so much sense with the grunts, and it made it all so much fun. Like so much more fun. Like
I mean, just take like a
They were,
simple
like-
squad. You have like 1 elite and 4 grunts, maybe a jackal or 2. The second you killed the elite, the grunts would
they all
scatter.
run.
Yeah,
it's
that's-
so great.
There's
like-
tactics there. You could spend time shooting at all the grunts, maybe dodging all their grenades are gonna fucking yeet your way, or you could just focus on the elite and then you're safe.
Like it's the grunts are just so great, and like I'm including lore. Like
Sucks
It-
for them, right? Fuck.
yeah, okay.
Yikes.
They have to wear um, including lore, like their dynamic in the Covenant made so much sense.
Mhm.
And then so like they hate basically everyone, mostly the ones who have more power than them.
Who are the grunts?
But like yeah, like
Yeah.
so they have like a distaste for most of the Covenant
Mhm.
because
especially the jackals.
yeah, they're like strong armed into being in the Covenant. And
They're
then
slaves.
you add in the Grunt Rebellion.
Mhm.
It's like there's just so much like, and they're so fun to fight. Like it's just ridiculous. And then they come in like these perfect pairings of
Mhm.
all these grunts and 1 elite or 1 brute depending on the game. And like sometimes like in ODST they'll show up with the engineers.
Right.
And like the pairings of the Covenant were just so perfect that you saw what group you were gonna fight and you knew exactly how you were gonna fight it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
You knew who you were gonna shoot. You knew exactly what was gonna happen, and it was just like this specific thing. And then they bring in the Prometheans, and the Prometheans are just
They're boring.
disappear. Yeah, like I don't know. They were like annoying to fight for me too. Like I don't know. They would just like disappear, and like I'd be doing a ton of damage, and they just go away. I'm like,
They
well,
just-
there goes all those fucking bullets. You know what
I mean, I think it says something just with how, say you're walking through a level and you see a phantom coming overhead, you know, all right, it's going to take a couple seconds for it to get into position, drop its troops, I can prepare myself, I can fight them, maybe even pick a couple off while they're, getting off
you
the
shoot
ship.
the
It's
jackal
great.
who's manning the gun or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then in Halo 4, you'll just be walking around and suddenly a Promethean knight just appears in front of you and then they have like 10 of the dog things just coming around, like, oh,
Those dog things were horrible.
we're fighting these, and then you'll have the fucking flying one that will just take all your grenades.
Yeah, those grenades were terrible. The dogs were terrible. The knights were okay.
They were just bullet sponges.
Yeah, but they were cool in the way that like they didn't take damage and you could like assassinate them well. Like, I know that's not a great.
I mean, a cool thing I found
explanation.
was if you just kept hitting their heads, they'll go into a little animation where they'll like throw out their arms and like yell at you, and like their helmet would kind of pop open. You'll see the skull. If you get a headshot on that, instant kill.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, all the Prometheans are human slaves who were forcibly made into warriors.
Yeah, I think that's how it originally was.
so
I don't know what happened with that.
The Promethean lore makes a lot of sense, like reading in a book.
It's just the Didact going crazy.
Well, he was just a me, and then he was angry about stuff.
He was
But like,
kind of a dick. Let's
even the even the
boil
Forerunners
down.
were like-
Man, that guy's kind of an asshole.
literally, his wife was like, "Hey, no."
Hey, can you like tone it down a little? Pump the brakes a tad. You're at an 11. Bring it down to like a 7, please.
She was married to him, and she's like, "No, don't do that."
Man, we gotta like imprison this guy in a floaty ball. Otherwise, he's gonna be like kind of a dick.
I have a real question.
Sure,
I think I asked you this over text or chat before.
maybe.
So, from my understanding, the librarian,
Hmm.
she was like a vision that Master Chief had.
Right.
How did
This
she
question.
make him immune to
I don't
the?
know.
Because okay, forgive me, I forget what the weapon was called. The one that just incinerates people.
Fuck. Well,
The Didact.
No, that was the guy.
Yeah, I know that's the guy. The constructor. The it begins with a C. You know what I mean?
I know. Fuck. What is it called now?
I want to say the constructor, but I know it's wrong.
I just typed in
There's
Halo
a lot-
4 Librarian, and the first result was Halo 4 Librarian cutscene explained.
Okay,
That's
what
not a good sign.
So okay. So I'm gonna call it the constructor, even though I know it's wrong. There is a weapon that just it's supposed to
fuck
kill the
is it
flood,
called?
but it's supposed to kill the flood, but it kills like everything,
Mhm.
and it just kills everything. And so Master Chief met the librarian in a vision.
Mhm.
And by the way, visions aren't real. They don't happen.
It's the composer.
The composer, thank you. I was saying constructor.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
it started with a C. I'll give you that.
I was real okay. Constructor and composer are pretty close. Okay,
Yeah.
so visions don't happen, right?
Mhm.
Like in real life. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but there's just a thing that you hallucinate.
Mhm.
And the librarian gave Master Chief immunity to the composer in a vision.
All right.
And then the
So it
composer
wasn't a vision.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going with my
Okay.
stupid thought, and you can correct me after.
Sure.
Then the composer fires, and Master Chief is immune to it from immunity he got from a vision from the librarian. Like I don't know. Okay, now tell me how I'm wrong.
Okay.
Are you reading lore, or am I? Just,
I'm
are you
reading
just
from
doing this?
Halopedia because
Okay.
I didn't know because after 4 I just kind of bounced off.
Yeah, I kind of did the same.
All right, so a lot of Forerunner AI.
Is this-
What?
Okay, is this speculation or is this like?
No, I'm
actual-
reading directly from the wiki.
Oh, okay, got it.
So almost all Forerunner AI was based off of dead Forerunners that they just transferred their mind into a computer, basically. All right, that's the first building block.
I didn't know that.
All right, so what the librarian did was transfer like a portion of her mind into an AI, which she left on Requiem just in case the Didact ever broke out, and like
He
she had
did.
to do- yeah. So she basically left a fragment of herself in there to help with humanity dealing with the Didact because he's a dick, as we talked about.
It's got his thing.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk, Whatever. That AI, I'm gonna call her an AI because it's easier than imprint, quote unquote.
So okay,
Uh,
Are you at least gonna make the AI joke, or do I have to do that?
AI.
AI.
What does the I
think
stand
so.
for? The AI did some bullshit to his genetics, and somehow that gave him immunity. Like, even the wiki doesn't.
Yeah, that one like just stunned me. Like I don't know. The other thing is
It just feels like hey, we made a weapon too powerful. Fuck. A librarian. Haha, magic. Fix
Yeah.
it.
Wait, something can kill Master Chief?
No. That's why it's,
Not in
my
this world.
that's why it's
like,
in
the-
Halo Infinite.
my biggest issue is that event was such a big plot point in Halo 4. Like
Kinda.
I-
It was never really brought up again after.
I like, but they okay. You saw the cutscene of the lady being like literally deteriorated,
Which was awesome.
yeah, it was sick. They put so much work into it. Like
Mhm.
you can tell there was a lot of effort for that cutscene, but it can't be explained. Is my
Yeah.
problem. Like I feel like if you're gonna make that such an event, like in this, not only just like the game, but the series, like
Mhm.
that thing was important. The constructor. I called it the wrong name again, but
That composer.
it's
It
it's so
composes
important
constructions.
that it's so important that I can't remember the name.
The
And
Constitution.
Ah, what's that?
and then they just can't explain it. They're like, "Yeah, that was cool, right?" And you're like, "Yeah, but what was it?" And they're like, "I don't know."
Magic? Shut up.
Yeah, but it was cool, right? And you're like, "Yeah."
It was.
You
All right.
figure it out.
Moving on.
Anyway,
What do
Just
you
for
mean?
time.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
Shut up,
if you're
nerd. Play multiplayer.
If you're gonna flesh out a universe, that's my biggest complaint is that they fleshed out the universe so much.
You
And
better
they-
like it, or we're gonna make Buck a Spartan.
No,
Okay,
they did anyway.
I hate it so much.
Pranks were doing it anyway. Fuck you, nerd.
Nobody liked Buck in any game ever.
He was alright in ODST.
No, he wasn't.
was-
He was.
A solid 5 out of 10.
I have to, like, my biggest complaint about ODST is that I have to play him.
What do you have against Troy Baker? Was it Troy Baker?
It probably is Troy Baker. I love. He's a great voice actor too. If it
He's
is
in
him.
everything. Oh, it's Nathan Fillion, who's also in literally everything.
Dude, Buck is useless, and I love. Remember, we were playing him, like when the game first came out, and we were doing everything just to piss off.
On the last
Like-
level, I was trying to ram him with a wraith
It was just us trying to make him angry.
because he
Is
wouldn't
Nathan
shut up.
Fillion? Nathan Fillion's the guy who is the Uncharted guy too, right?
I think so. He's been in everything.
He's Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Um.
Well, I'll assume so. Go ahead.
So, fuck, he's been in everything. Did you know he was in Cars 3? Anyway. What were we talking about?
No one knows. Regis Philbin died.
Yeah, I saw that.
Big sad.
Did you watch Regis?
Did I watch Regis?
I don't know. You guys watched Archer, right?
I did.
Do you remember that scene where he's cancer and he kills that dude and he's like, "Did you watch Regis?" And he shoots him, and then he
Yes.
makes it. Yeah,
I
okay.
actually saw somebody tweet that screenshot from the.
Oh, I thought I sent it in the group chat. Maybe I was wrong.
I saw it on Twitter, but
I saw that Regis died. I found the Archer pick. I added my own text to it. Like, did you watch Regis? And then I sent it to people.
Then you
not
deep
a-
fried it and sent it to people. Look
Not
at
a
my quality
single-
meme.
Not a single person acknowledged it. And it just like got sent to them. And I feel like shit.
Should.
Yeah, I
That's-
know.
sometimes it pays off, but sometimes you get some real lows in the meme industry. Sometimes it just doesn't go that way.
OC just doesn't help.
Please
Sometimes
don't
you get
steal.
to the front page of Imgur, though.
Sometimes.
3 times. I've gotten to the front page 3 times.
So proud of you.
Thrice.
Wait. Maybe more.
Maybe more, maybe more.
I think 3 times sounds right.
He thinks only 3.
And I ride that high every time.
And he's high. He does drugs. Too.
Also, Tyler, was there any other pain points you wanted to talk about? Okay, not pain points. Was there any other points you wanted to talk about Halo
no,
Infinite?
you can call them pain points.
Yeah,
No,
it is painful to me to.
So the thing is I liked it. Like Halo Infinite, I'm actually excited. Like
Nah, I am too.
Like
It's-
that gameplay actually made me more excited because I was so set up for failure. Like I played
Mhm.
Halo 5 and I was expecting such garbage, but I was still gonna buy the game because I'm, me, and because I bought Dragon Ball Kakarot,
You did.
played it for maybe 3 minutes, carrot cake, and
I'm not
I
gonna say
played
that
it
one.
for
Fuck.
not even like I bought like the deluxe game, like not like the normal baseline $60 game. I bought like the up and above game, and I played it for probably 3 minutes and then deleted it from my Xbox. I digress. But Halo Infinite, I was gonna buy it anyway, but I just wanted a reason to be mad, and that gameplay actually got me like genuinely excited. Like it seemed. It was rough around the edge, like the edges.
As we talked
Obviously.
about for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we complained about gun looks and all of that nonsense, but forget like the finer points. That gameplay looked interactive. It looked fun. It looked like what I liked about Halo. Like it's like what I love about Halo, but it's back.
I will.
It's back, baby.
I'm back.
Since we only saw 8 minutes, I won't give a definitive like, yeah, this looks great or this looks horrible. I'll just wait and see because they're gonna have to do a couple more trailers. I mean, they will, so I'll wait till then. It always comes back to the story, and for this trilogy, it seems like the plot point at the end of each game has been just ignored. So
Yeah.
So remember in
Where are we?
4 where like the central theme for Master Chief was, "Am I a machine? Like, do I have humanity whatsoever?"
What is my purpose?
Yeah, Cortana, she was an AI, but she was more human than me. Fuck. Ignore that.
No.
5.
No, you shut up.
And then 5, remember how in the end, Cortana had like a whole revolution of AI and she controlled all the Forerunner shit and...
Yeah, I actually like that. Because that's what AIs can do.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all, actually.
And then...
She's an AI.
Yeah, but she died, so...
Yeah, but also it didn't make sense. Like
Technology
so,
is in Tyler.
Halo is infinite.
Ah,
Ah.
okay. All right. I see it. Okay.
That's
end all discussion with a great joke.
just end with a round of applause and we
Thanks for stopping by our stream today.
Our stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
NordVPN.
Are you looking for high quality but low cost earbuds? Have you heard of Raycon?
Are you
So-
afraid of people? Are you
Okay.
afraid of data breaches?
Have you tried NordVPN? Ignore the data breaches we've had.
ExpressVPN.
Have you heard of
It's like
Dashlane?
Nord, but faster.
Sponsored by Audible, where you can read Halo books.
Have them read to you.
And some of the readers aren't great.
Sponsored by YouTube, where you can listen to audiobooks.
And watch movies in like 5-minute parts.
And work at your internship. Is this getting specific? I don't know.
Have we hit every major sponsor yet?
Major sponsor, yeah.
No. There's what's the one where you learn stuff? It's not Pluralsight. It's damn it. There's one that's like online courses. That's a big one.
Oh,
textbook.
no, fuck. Great Courses Plus. That's one.
No, that's not even. Okay, you're probably right, but fuck, I can't think of it. There's one.
Starts with an A.
Audible.
I'm thinking
Do you want to create a website by chance?
there is.
No, I know what you're thinking of, Mike. I can't think of it either.
There's one where you just watch online courses and you're like, do you want to learn this? And then they're like,
Khan Academy.
nah,
Is that it?
That's
No.
math.
Actually, Khan Academy was harmful to my education because
That's an interesting take.
yeah. No. So
It was too good.
no. So what it was is at my high school and my college, where some of us went, they wanted things done a very specific way, and then
Ah.
Khan Academy would teach me a different way, and it would make more sense. And then I would take it to school and then fail. And I'm
Ah.
like, but I did it. And then they're like, no.
Well, we want
Because
it this way.
Yeah, like I didn't like the way you did it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're the one who.
It's
Great.
like when they changed math.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't have to. I, like,
They changed math? What?
Yeah,
so
did you know
so
that? I don't know if they did that in
I
Ohio.
I barely handled old math.
the worst part about that was that
How do you
that was
change
how,
math?
like, how they changed it too. Like, was already how my brain thought about math, but I couldn't explain
Yeah.
it.
And
So
then
like,
they made it like they tried to explain it, and it just was worse.
so
That
imagine
sounds like normal math to me.
Tyler, if you added 9 plus 8 in your head, like right now,
Yeah.
how would you add those numbers? Would you just add them and come up with a result?
Besides
Yes.
already knowing the answer.
Yeah, like okay, so you probably know what 9 plus 8 is, right?
Yeah. It's like
So-
12, right?
Something. And how my brain works, like inherently, is like I make 9, 10, and then I add 8, and then subtract 1 at the end.
Yeah.
Because 10 plus 8 is really, really, really easy
Right.
to come up with an answer with, and then I just take the 1 away at the end. Like it's just easy.
Yeah.
And that's just how math is taught now. Like that's oversimplifying it by a lot, but
Mhm.
like that kind of stuff where you're just like, okay, yeah, do the easy part and then take away the hard part at the end, and it is absolutely like systematically teaching that convoluted bullshit to people is so hard
Hmm.
because not everyone's brain just works like that. They just want to like solve the problem at hand, not like
Right.
be waterboarded with some back alley solution.
Yeah, it's a shortcut you come up with yourself later. It's
Yeah,
not-
like it
Okay.
made sense to me, but I could not imagine instilling that in every child's brain.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than I made it seem, but that's just like the smallest example I could come up with.
All right. Shit. I keep wanting to talk about Infinite. Shit. I don't know.
Dude, by all means, I got all night. Good.
So as I was saying with Five's ending, it kind of had a very dramatic kind of cliffhanger. You know, it's oh
So-
shit, Infinite's on, or the Infinity's on the run, and
Can I
Cortana's
ask?
basically taking control of the galaxy. Go ahead.
This is for me, not for like the podcast.
Okay, you can answer then.
Yeah.
So I remember Cortana turning on all the AIs. Roland didn't, and
She didn't turn on them. She's
Sorry,
like,
sorry,
hey,
sorry.
we should rise up.
she turned on the UNSC, and all the AIs joined her.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
Roland was the only one who stayed loyal. And I don't. She wanted to like do something with the guard. Like I actually forget because I got so angry at the game I stopped playing it.
She just
like,
took control of him.
like the Guardians.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fight
So-
for her. Or she fights using them. I don't know if there's something.
Remind me again because I'm really stupid. The Guardians are super weapons. No. They were made by the original race that wasn't humans or Forerunners, right?
I don't think so.
Or were they made by Forerunners?
I think
And
they were
to
made
be
by
like-
Forerunners.
I'm
To
pretty
fight
sure they
the-
were made by Forerunners.
So
actually.
okay, so my question, I guess, is
Out of a small power.
I thought Guardians were like the choice makers of the universe. Like
Yeah.
they're like the police. Like
They don't make the. I think they just defend the
They're-
stuff that can get everyone killed.
They're basically
I
just super advanced Sentinels. And
I don't know. For some reason, I thought they had a purpose. Like they're gonna be the enforcers of the universe, and if something happens that they don't like, they're gonna fix it.
Basically, what it looks like is their main purpose was
Like America.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
They're giant EMPs. Their main purpose is to disable ships taken over by the flood, so they can't leave system.
Why
Also,
are they
those
so
things where
big?
I loved the Guardians. They were sick.
They look cool.
They
Look at
look
them
so cool, and then they can just like expand when they want to.
hmm
I didn't like them.
I like the design. Purpose-wise, they're kind
In
of
my
disappointing, but
I feel like they were so big and so intimidating and served such a stupid purpose. Like, I don't know. I was like disappointed. I'm like, what's this? And then they're like, oh, they're really dumb. I'm like, oh, okay.
What?
their entire purpose is to basically just EMP an entire star system, just knock it out of
Which is-
commission.
Which is disappointing compared to what they look like, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems kind of cool.
it's a cool idea, but the design wise doesn't like
I don't
what
know,
they
like-
look like doesn't fit what they actually do.
yeah, that's exactly it. I thought they were supposed to be like this godlike force, like
Yeah,
that
when
could
they're just a
ruin.
big charged plastic
Yeah,
pistol.
exactly.
But like that's a cool idea, you know. The flood spread by just hopping in a ship and then just random jumping somewhere. If you can stop that, you stop the spread of the flood. Cool idea.
Yeah, the character design is perfect. Like, I won't admit it looks sick, but like,
Just thought it
could
would
you
do something
imagine
else.
if the Arbiter was a flood, like, or
Yeah.
was a grunt, like, that's what I mean. Like, it just doesn't match.
But anyway, 5 ended with, you know, all the Guardians basically EMPing every human world, and the Infinity escaping by the skin of its teeth. And then the
Wait,
Infinite,
from the EMP or from like?
yeah,
Okay.
all the AIs rose up and helped, just basically knock humanity offline. Like they can't do shit. All the weapons just stopped working because the AI mostly, you know, pilot their ships, whatever. The Infinite trailer or demo, whatever, it started with showing the Infinity and like all its forces destroyed or offline or disabled or
Which makes sense.
yeah, and then you see the Banished saying, yeah, you lost and we won, and I wish I could say it was a good fight, but you guys suck, basically. So it just automatically feels like, oh, cool, so even though I absolutely despised the ending of 5, it's just another example of completely ignoring the previous game and just kind of winging it, which I hate,
Yeah.
because
I
Star
don't like
Wars
that.
just did that to great success, and now Halo's been doing it. It's just
So, again, lore questions that I should probably know. I know the Banished are different than the Rebellion. Like, that's just
you're right,
inherently different.
but they feel the same.
Yeah, but so the Rebellion got one of the oracles, like, told them, "Hey, this is, wrong. You're
Are you
wrong."
talking about the Halo 2 little
Yeah,
spoiler
yeah,
group? Okay.
exactly. That's what I meant by the Rebellion.
Gotcha.
So like
The
in Halo 2,
heretics.
yeah, the heretics, exactly. The Oracle told them like, "Hey, I'm the thing you believe in, and I'm telling you this is wrong."
I am
You're
not a
wrong."
god. You're all stupid.
Exactly. And like they're like, no, they're heretics for thinking that.
Right.
I know that's different than the Banished, and I know that caused a civil war,
Mhm.
but the Banished, like, I know, I watched a video recently where they explained it,
Mhm.
but it still doesn't totally make sense to me. Like, why the Banished? Like, I know the Covenant was unraveling, and that's part of why the Banished like happened.
Mhm.
But I don't fully get why the Banished are so angry, if that makes sense. Like, I know they hate the Covenant,
Mhm.
but
Why?
why?
They hate humanity?
Yeah, they hate humanity. They hate everything. Like, they just fight everything. And also, to add on to that, I thought the Brutes went to their home planet after the Covenant unraveled,
Mhm.
like before Halo 4.
And it just disappeared.
Yeah, I thought they just fought each other into extinction, basically. And now the Banished are just there, and I kind of want to know why. Like,
So for that last question, like I thought they just went to their homeworld. That was Bungie answer,
oh, okay.
which once 343 took over, they retroactively said no. The Banished were there the whole time, which is kind of a hand wave, and it kind of sucks, but that's where canon is. As for a deeper reason why they hate humanity, unfortunately, it just seems like they do, and that's it. They just want to expand, and they want to fight everyone, and that's it. There's no
But
deeper.
The UNSC isn't even that big. Like,
It is though. After the Covenant fell apart, the humanity just immediately somehow took over basically the galaxy. They became the dominant power.
oh, I didn't actually know that.
I mean, it got to the point where the Infinity was able just to ram through a Covenant battle cruiser and just break it in half. Like, they are the powerhouse somehow, even though they were down to like 2 million.
They got fucked in the Covenant War.
It lasted 30 years, and I want to say by the end of Halo 3, there's maybe
I don't
100
know.
million humans
I
left.
feel like they lost. New Mombasa was literally the civilization hub. And it got glass, basically. Like, it didn't literally, but you understand.
No, it did, though.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
I remember.
in Halo 3, there was a tiny flood outbreak on that one little city. Like, right when you find that Cortana fragment.
High Charity crashes there.
No, before that.
Oh, I'm retarded.
No, High Charity crashed on the Ark. But,
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so after the little flood ship crash landed, the elites basically glassed half of Africa just to contain it. Because the flood is
Which
scary.
makes sense. It's the flood. There was an entire race dedicated to controlling them.
And they lost.
Yeah.
The
And
flood,
there's
a flood spore, which is microscopic, can destroy a species, as the line goes.
But tell me the mission where you run into High Charity to get Cortana isn't the coolest thing that's ever happened.
Oh, it's great, and it's a fucking awful to play on Legendary.
Doesn't, like, even as playing a normal, doesn't that just give you anxiety?
Oh,
Like,
it's great.
thinking of those sphincter doors.
That's really what they are, aren't they?
They're sphincters. Like, there's no way around it. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I
so
still
get
think the best flood level
I-
was in Halo 2, but
You're wrong, but
I disagree.
I get the flood. I get it. It makes sense. I understand they take over corpses.
Mhm.
But what species? What was taken over to make those sphincter doors? I know the hive mind. I know the hive mind. I know the grave mind. I know it all. I get
The
it.
the grave mind is an ass man, alright? I can't give you
But
anything else.
Made the sphincter doors. Like,
The grave
It's-
mind is a giant
what?
mass of tentacles. You've seen Japanese anime. Do I need to say any more?
I've seen the Tentacle Man. I've seen him yell at the Arbiter. I've seen him yell at Master Chief. I've seen him. Also, I will open another door at this point. Why was the hive mind? Why was he able to teleport them?
Oh, he took control. Oh, no, easy question. In Halo 1, the monitor, he was in control of the Halo ring. He could teleport you everywhere. Halo 2, the Gravemind had full control over the Halo ring, and he showed you that he had captured both the Prophet of Regret and the monitor for the Halo ring. So he just stole it from the monitor.
Oh, so I'll just go back to my original rant.
Yeah, that simple question.
Back to where we were.
Yeah. Back to the sphincter doors. How does that fit in?
Why was
Will there be sphincter doors in Halo Infinite? Answer me,
Also-
343.
all that gunk? So you saw it too. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm
High
just
Charity
laughing
was-
at sphincter doors. I don't know why that got me so much, but
High Charity was full of just like earwax. Like, I get the flood is gross. It's grody. It's
they just need a
affiliated.
Q-tip, man. You know,
It's like it's affiliated with, yeah, so you can walk into a doorway and get stuck in your brain. But like, I know what, like, the environment they were trying to create,
Mhm.
but like, what is that? Like, all of that. Like, the flood's gross. They're gross. They take
Mhm.
over bodies. But why did they just grow earwax all over the walls? Like, obviously, that's a really specific question. You wouldn't know. It's just like all the details surrounding them doesn't. I don't know. Like, there's no. It's just part of the flood, I guess, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
just gonna type that into Google, see what comes up.
Yeah, like,
Okay, that didn't give me anything I wanted.
I feel like you understand what I'm asking.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like.
It's
there's
all
a lot. There's a lot
biomass,
to them. That's just not what they are.
right?
I think it's mostly just to create like the flood.
It's to look kind of gross, and you go, ugh.
Yeah, it's supposed to like set the mood for the flood, but
Mhm.
still, like, I don't know. There's so much canonical like explanation, and then there's just like, yeah, there's the flood. They take over your body like zombies, and then
and they can read,
just,
and they have access to all of your memories,
yeah,
and it's
like
terrifying.
a hive mind zombie, but
The boss.
then they
hmm?
they just leave gunk everywhere, and then make sphincter doors too, because that's what they do. Also, I'm sorry, Mark. I feel like I've been leaving you out of the conversation way too much.
That's okay. was completely paying attention,
I don't
and I
think
know
you
exactly what we're talking about.
Wow, how is your game of Xbox?
I'm not playing Xbox.
He's playing Assassin's Creed. There's a difference.
I'm looking at cars. We all gotta have a thing. Mine is just way more expensive than video games.
Also, I feel like Tyler.
Yeah,
I have a question for you guys.
go for it.
Are you going to get the new Xbox or the new PlayStation?
Xbox.
For me,
I don't know.
and I'm in a different situation. I have the Xbox One X. It's already in 4K. The new Xbox is only going to be in 4K. It's going to do 120 FPS. I think mine does that, but I think mine might actually cap at 60. I'm not sure.
I think it does.
I don't think it's going to be much of an upgrade from what they currently offer to what they will offer. Like, I think, honest to God, you might be better off just getting an Xbox One X when the Series X releases, because
Yeah.
So
not the price, obviously.
it's a lot less complicated for me. It's more of a I don't want to make another account. I don't
That's
want to
fair.
care about more achievements.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking too. Was because
Consoles are
PlayStation-
consoles to me.
Right, but the thing that they're focusing on now, unfortunately, is exclusivity games, and PlayStation is clearly winning.
Oh, 100%.
Um,
No doubt about it.
The thing is, now, if you want both, you have to spend, whatever amount on a PlayStation 5 just to get exclusive games. You also have to pay for the games, obviously, and then you also have to pay for online because they make you do that as well. So now you're running
Yeah.
an Xbox online, all those games, and then a PlayStation also online, also all those games. Doesn't seem worth it.
I wasn't thinking of getting a PS5, but I have been seriously considering a PS4. As soon as
Yeah.
the PS5 releases, the PS4 is going to drop in price, like
Exactly.
every old console does. And there's been a lot of exclusives I've really wanted for a while.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, man.
Like, I don't know, like Uncharted. I've always wanted to play Uncharted.
The biggest one for me is The Last of Us.
Yeah, Last of Us and Bloodborne.
The worst part about The Last of Us to me is that it's such a good game and it's so like incredible,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't play it. Like me,
Yeah.
like I have to watch someone else play the game because it's like its gameplay is like frustrating to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know why, but like watching somebody else play it is like euphoric. Like it's just like it's a perfect game and it's perfect. Like whatever it set out to achieve, it just hit tens right across the board. But me, as me being Mike, I can't play the game and it's frustrating to me.
I completely agree.
Like I understand it's all perfect. Like they did it all perfectly. I just don't know when hands come to controller. I just can't do it.
I mean, you all know how much of a Dark Souls fan I am. Seeing just Bloodborne that I can't touch. That's the one game I haven't been able to play.
Bloodborne it's just so different. Like
I know,
it's
but I want
it's
it.
so much more agile. Like
I
it's
want.
Yeah, but
give it to me.
yeah, but Bloodborne
Like-
was so successful it changed how Dark Souls 3 played. So
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3 played like Bloodborne. It came after.
dude, Dark Souls. I know. Dark Souls is just a great series.
I
It's great,
know.
I know it's not for you.
but I can't play it.
Honestly, I feel like if you played it with someone, me,
You're out of your mind.
I mean, that's how I was initially too. I bounced off it super hard, but then I had a friend
So-
kind of play through it with me, and I get it.
There's nothing more humiliating than losing a boss fight and then not getting sent back to the beginning of the boss fight.
Oh no,
Like
you
getting
got to
s-
go back from the bonfire.
Yeah, getting sent back to before the boss fight, where you have to fight through people to get to the boss fight.
Oh yeah.
And like health management is a thing.
Mhm.
Like you have to not get attacked by the people along the way to get more prepared for the boss fight. So the minute I get slashed by some random ass ghoul like on the street, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna win the boss fight now, and I just fucking restart the whole goddamn thing. Like it's so infuriating to me. Like I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of shit. Like if I'm not entering the boss fight at perfect health, I'm not winning the boss fight, and I'm not even gonna fucking try. Like, and that mentality cannot go to Dark Souls.
I have two kind of things of advice here. One being just Tilly's quote of "get good,"
Yeah. I
which
know that
isn't
one.
helpful, but it's still kind of true.
But, yeah.
And two, if you stick with it, that game will break that mindset very
I don't
quickly.
know. I get so frustrated so quickly doing that. I don't think I have the patience to like stick to it. Like sticking to it isn't an option.
I can tell you that you will, because I was the exact same way with Dark Souls 1.
Dude, I don't have the like. I make some money now, but I don't have the money to pay for the controllers that it will cost to do that.
I feel it. I wish I could get you into it, but I understand that it's just not for you.
And you explained the lore to me, and it makes a lot of sense, and I like it a lot. It's just I can't.
I feel it. So we're about 15 minutes away from 2 hours. How long do you guys want to keep going?
Up your button around the corner.
When and when?
Whoa.
Give me a date. We'll make it a date.
Whoa.
I don't think we're ever gonna hit that peak of Tyler making the Halo Infinite joke.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna save that and clip it and just, I don't know, somehow get it on my fridge. I'm not sure how, but god damn it, I'm gonna try.
It didn't even make anybody laugh. We were just like, yeah, that was it.
Like, well, that's the peak. Shit.
listen. Okay, anthills have peaks too. Okay.
Nah. I like my ants on a farm. And I only like them when they're from other planets. And then they die in a bus crash.
You can be.
Anyway.
Dude, you lost me. I know.
All
that
right,
was-
time to.
I know that was
have the
something, but I
stream.
don't know what it was.
Alien Ant
Puddles
Farm. Most of them died in
Puddles
a
would
bus
like us to
crash.
talk about TikTok.
Oh, I know what it was. Also,
You know what?
no.
All right, sorry, I tried Puddles.
Isn't that what a clock says? I don't follow. I don't.
No, that's what Kesha says.
There,
Oh, all
okay.
right.
Please, Silver Top Tyler,
Hi.
just end this. This is getting worse.
Put it out of our misery.
I'm
So
blaming
let's
Puds.
just do a quick summary of what each of us feels about Infinite, and then we can
Oh,
go
okay.
there. So,
Okay.
The NAS.
Mark, if you want to start.
I just did it.
Okay. Mike.
Oh, hey. So I think visibly it looks terrible, but gameplay it looks absolutely outstanding, and I can't wait.
All right. For me, graphics could use work. I think they will work on it. Gameplay iffy about. We'll see where the story goes. One word is hesitant. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah, that's about it for me. Do you guys want to shout out your streams if you're gonna do streams, or you just want to call it?
I say I'm gonna stream every time we do one of these, and I haven't
True.
done it yet. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna skip
I've only
that.
done it for one.
I'm not to be trusted, but like, Kami Idol, it's a thing. Maybe sometimes it'll happen, but it won't. So just
Oh, I mentioned earlier that I have a fun, painful stream idea about Andromeda. It's going to be called a groan through. Every time I fucking just groan at the game being dumb, I'm going to do push-ups, and I'm going to fucking hate myself for it. So,
that is the most specific.
It is-
way.
in the first 10 minutes, not even the first combat mission, one of your fucking squad mates just does like, man, that guy looks pissed. It's probably because I shot him in the face. And then it just hangs for like a good minute of silence, and it's
They're like, hey,
so fucking
give you a
painful.
little
So
I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to laugh at that joke now. So if you guys want to go ahead,
It's so
One of
bad.
my-
I hate
one of
it.
my favorite memes. One of my favorite memes is like a whole bunch of like Japanese artists standing around a male model, and he takes his like he undresses, like drops the towel, and they all see him, and they all like they all like shy away, like they couldn't believe what they just saw, and it's like when Mass Effect game developers see what a human looks like.
Are you telling me you don't want to just look at clay people the entire game?
It was perfect.
It's so true. I don't want Infinite to be an Andromeda. Please. It's so painful.
Anywho, I leave you with that.
I might stream tonight. I'll probably do it tomorrow, or I'll start this fucking mess up. You can find me at twitch.tv/silvertuff. If anyone else has anything to say it now. Otherwise, that'll be it. Nothing. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's been cool.
You gave us specific instructions.
Yeah, I was like frozen. I don't know.
You know what? If I don't know, read a
just
book
my
or
food.
something.
I got one. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Read a book.